Hey, what's up, guys? Manchester United have just lost 2-1 to Sunderland away from home, and yeah, it just seems like we had a bit of progress against Chelsea. Fair enough, we lost 3-2, but it seemed like things were progressing over the last few games. But today it seemed like the same lackadaisical, effortless, and just clueless performance from the team. I mean, it seems like anytime we play a big team, we seem to up our game. But anytime we play against a smaller team, and that's no disrespect to Sunderland, because Sunderland are still a Premier League football club, but any times we seem to play against a team of a lesser calibre to than what Manchester United's name and brand is, we seem to falter at the moment. And it seems like whenever we play the smaller teams, we don't seem to try until we're behind, which is not good enough. We should be trying much better and much harder. I mean, these guys are paid bags loads of money and they are just not bothering their arse essentially. But I watched the game, and after we conceded the first goal, which was well, bounced in from a free kick, which David De Gea couldn't do much. I'm never going to slight David De Gea because without him, I would, God forbid, I'd hate to see what position we'd be in the league. But after that, we seemed to play okay-ish. Sunderland pressed well. They could have been 2-0 up not long after that. And then we got our equaliser through Anthony Martial, which is a good goal. Mata took a shot from inside the box. Manone did save it, but Martial was there, like a good striker should be, to put in the rebound. And then the second half, it seemed to me that Sunderland wanted to win the game more than we did. I mean, we had a few shots, but we had nothing really that much that you thought, yeah, we deserve to win this game. Man United should win this game. And of course, Sunderland's second goal came from a corner. It was a good header. It was a bit unlucky that the ball, when De Gea went to save the ball, he landed on it, and Martial was behind him. I believe Martial tried to clear it, and it hit off of De Gea and rolled into the back of the net. But that doesn't matter how it went in. The fact is, it went in, and Sunderland went on to win the game. But all in all, it just seems that there's something that needs to change within the team. I mean, there was plenty of times the game was open and Sunderland were attacking, and we show no urgency to go up the field when Sunderland's players were out of position to go and try and score on the counter attack. It seemed like we were more interested in keeping the ball, keeping everything slow and methodical and precise. I mean, at times you need to throw that shite out the window and just go for it. That's what football's about. It sometimes taking a risk. You don't need to be 110% neat the whole time. You need to sometimes, any fan would say, if we score a sloppy goal, who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, your team scored. That's what's important. You don't need this nice, neat football. Nice, neat football can come when you're like 3-4-0 up. Yeah, that's great. But when you're not winning the game or you're not performing well, like in terms of points, what we have, like what we've been in the last couple of weeks, then it's the most concerning thing seems to be that the only two players I thought today that genuinely played well for Manchester United was David De Gea. He didn't have lots to do, but he normally puts a solid game in. Cameron Borthwick-Jackson played well. The young Scottish right back Lowe, who came on, he played all right. And Michael Carrick had a good game as well. Other than that, I couldn't see anything. Like, I'm not going to blame Wayne Rooney, but he didn't inspire from the front. Mata had a couple of good touches, but nothing great. And it's just, to be honest, it's disheartening to see the team playing this way, because we could play a lot better and we should be playing a lot better. I mean, now with us still having to play Arsenal, Leicester, Man City and Spurs, even though those four teams play each other tomorrow, we will not get into the top four. And I mean, having to play those four teams as well, I would be generous in saying we might even finish fifth. That would be me being generous, because at the moment, I certainly couldn't see us beating Leicester City, especially after they beat Man City in the manner they did last week. I couldn't see Manchester United beating Man City because Man City always raise their game for us. That goes for the same for Arsenal, and with the football that Spurs are playing at the moment as well, I couldn't see us beating Spurs. I seem like this is a very negative video, but realistically, it's concern. It's genuine concern because I cannot see it seems like the club is going backwards rather than forwards. We don't seem to have made any progress. We can't sit here and say it's a transition period because Louis van Gaal will have been the manager in the summer for 2 years. You can't have a 2-year transitional period. That's shit. You can have a year and a bit, but 2 years is too much. And I'm not saying sack the manager. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. But we need something to change. We need Ferguson or someone to go in there and say, you know what, lads, something's not fucking right, and we need to get to the bottom of the problem, because if it continues this way, I am genuinely scared that Manchester United might not actually... No, sorry. Man United might fall further away from Champions League football and big games. And I don't want to be saying Man United should be chasing Champions League football, because that's shite. Any football fan wants their team to win their league. I'm not wanting Man United to win the league this year or next year, but I want to see some fucking progress towards winning the league, because that's what Manchester United's about. We are one of the biggest football clubs in the world, and it's disheartening to see things going the way they are. Anyway, sorry, I ranted along long enough in this video. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Peace.